All right. So Monday, mobility work. Looks like I'm solo. But what I would say, if you guys have either foam roller, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, softball, whatever works for you, we're gonna do a little soft tissue work too to start. So we'll get going. Um, I'm gonna just start by taking this and getting that outer glute area. So I'm just gonna kind of come up, cross that leg, and just back and forth, just nice and slow. Just trying to search for a tender spot. A lot of it's tender for me. I'll get 30 seconds here, and then I'll scoop to the other side. You can always spend longer on it if you want to. Just nice, slow kind of massage. I'll scoot around. Get the other side, same thing. Real important just to kind of take a little time to get a little mobility work in, get a little stretching, focus on that movement quality, just things, hips, ankles, upper back, all that stuff starts to get tight. I want to just make sure that we're giving it all the necessary opportunity to move as well as it can. If you find a tender spot, you can just sort of hold it right there. I have one. Let's try to sink into it. Deep breaths. So once I get both sides there, I'm gonna get the lat area. So again, to me, lats are very important as far as shoulder mobility goes. And I'm just gonna sort of get it into that back part of the armpit area. And you can kind of, again, I'm searching, I'm trying to find a tender spot. Once I have it, I'm just gonna play around that area for about 30 seconds. I'm sort of controlling how much pressure I'm putting in. I'm trying not to make it too painful. $30 there. Same thing on this side. Hopefully everybody's doing well, surviving this, and keeping the faith. It's crazy because who would have thought? Oh, good. And then that's what we're gonna use. That's that, and then I'm gonna just sort of go. I'm gonna use my chair right here. Our piriformis stretch, to the seated piriformis stretch. I'm gonna just scoot here, and I'm gonna just lean forward. Each breath I take, I'm trying to lean a little farther into it. Inhaling through my nose, exhaling out my mouth. I was thinking, especially when we wake up in the morning from like an extended period of just like not moving really, our body gets really tight. So, you know, even if it's a condensed version of this, could be just the foam rolling, could be a couple stretches that are your tight areas. But if you could do that in the morning time, I'll be honest, I'll do it when we go to the gym, but I felt better just kind of going through these little mobility things. Kind of starts the morning off, wakes the body up. Once I get that, I'm gonna come down. I'm just gonna get a pigeon stretch. So really, the key here is I always think see people bend that leg too much. I want to keep that good 90-degree angle, and then I'm just sort of sliding back. You can see the angle on that. We don't want to be in. I'm gonna kind of be there, and you can see I'm just sort of sliding this leg back, and I'm trying to turn this hip toward here. You know, I could go here and come down. I'm not really getting that good stretch there. So I like to really use my hand to kind of keep that from coming in. And then I'm trying to drop my right hip down. Sometimes I'll make like reps out of it. I'm almost turning my hip in. Do the same thing on the other side. And this side's a little tighter for me. It's harder for me to turn my hip into it. And this knee wants to come up. I want to try to keep that knee down. So you start to learn about your body, and you know, it's normal to have areas that are going to be tighter than others, but it gives you that awareness to understand your body so you can move better. And you know, if you feel good with it, you can sort of lean into it. Make it sort of as intense as you want. From there, we're going to just go into our downward dog. So for me, I'm trying to think about when I'm doing the downward dog, we're kind of working this posterior chain, so like the whole back side here, but I'm also working my ankles too. So I'm using my toes and my feet to dig my toes in right here. And when I come up, I'm trying to push those heels so I can get that good calf stretch. So I'm here, I'm going to come up, take a deep breath, and come back down. Driving those hips up, focusing on trying to keep that back straight. Nice long spine. Lock those legs out. From there, I got 5 of those there. I'm just gonna transition into my Spider-Man classics. So I'm gonna step up, I'm gonna drive my hips forward, and then I'm gonna pivot and point that toe up. And I'm trying to keep my hips low so you can kind of see where my hips are. And as I go back, I'll come back and I'll do the other side. Just gonna pivot to the other way. Again, I'm focusing on where my hips are. So when I come back up this time, I'm gonna try to get a little bit lower. Keeping that good posture with the upper body. You can get anywhere between 3 to 5 of these. I'm gonna do 3. For the sake of this, the video, I'm doing 3. I probably would do 5 just because I feel a little tight in that area right now. So you can always gauge how you feel. I'm a little better on that side. I get down a little bit lower. All right. Next thing we'll do is just our adductor rock. So I'm just gonna try to get my knees out as far as I can. Straighten one leg out. And I want to create as much distance from that knee and that toe as possible. Get like 8 to 10 rocks. Reset, do the same thing. So I'm gonna go to this quad stretch right here. If you have trouble getting your foot, we can always do our stretch off the couch or whatever too. So if I'm here, I'm gonna hand this and try to keep this other arm up on my ear. And I'm just gonna try to pull my heel to my butt. Getting a stretch in that quad area. Oh, do the same thing on this side. I think the quad's really important. Getting that stretch on the front part of your leg to protect the knee. A lot of times our quads get sore. If you're a runner, I mean, it's usually the area that gets really tender. When your quads get sore and they're tight, it usually translates down to the knee and knee pain there. So again, mobility, stretching, this type of stuff, like, it allows you to kind of see and understand your body. So I always know if I do, you know, a lot of squats or something like that, and my quads are sore, I have to be more careful because I know that I'm more prone to like having achy knees and stuff like that. So, you know, it gives you that awareness. Oh, well, my quads are sore. I got to spend some time on that, like really focus on that. Otherwise, knees are going to start to get achy. All right. So we're going to go to our upper body a little bit now. So we're going to come down and I'm going to kind of get into this side lying position. And I'm gonna pull my knees up. I'm gonna take the hand that's on the ground and just kind of, that way I'm keeping these knees down. And then I'm just gonna take this arm, reach out. And then from there, I'm just gonna sort of go around my head, just trying to drag my, once I get above my head, I'm gonna flip. Just find your range. If you get to a tight area, just take some deep breaths. Come back around. I'll do that one more time. It should feel a little bit better the second time. Try to go a little farther behind my head. Pivot. I just find my range. So once I know that my hand's coming off the ground a lot, it's okay if it comes off a little bit. That's sort of where I kind of stop my range and just take some deep breaths there. To the other side. Tighter. Just really tight on that left side. Always have been. All right. Now I'm just gonna, our chest stretch, I like to elevate here, and I'm just gonna sort of drop, almost like I'm sinking. But I'm still trying to think about pulling my shoulders to this hand over here. But that little drop in elevation kind of gets me a little deeper stretch. I can always play around where the hand is too, so I can go up and come back with it, so you can kind of play different angles with it. Do the same thing on the other side. Try to drop that body down, pull that shoulder to the opposite. No, it's hard to see. Just doing the same thing on the other side. I get like 30 seconds there each side as well. And then I'm gonna get into a good 90-90 position. And I wanna think like 90-90 to me is the legs are 90 degrees, one's behind the body, one's in front. And I'm trying to keep those knees pressed in. So I wanna be here, I wanna kind of get right here, nice and good, nice and strong. I'll take this hand, reach behind my hip, shoot underneath. And I'm actively trying to drive, keep that tension. I'll just take a deep breath. I'll try to slide the hand in as far as I can. Deep breath, come back out. I get like 3 to 5 of those. I'm gonna do 3 for the sake of the video. Good, 90. All right. And the last thing, I just like to get a little tumbling, a little rolling. So I'm gonna just finish with some V-sit rollovers, just trying to get the whole body in connection. So I'm gonna just 10 rollovers where I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna come up into that V and lean. Nice smooth. I just like that because it's like, I think as we sit back, our hips are kind of engaged, and then we're changing. The tension has got to kind of go all the way to the upper back, neck area. So it's a good little finish to kind of get everything going. All right, guys, I will post this video because no one joined me, but we'll get a little strength workout at 9, so I'll see you guys in a bit. See you later.